let's talk about, the good news. Let's talk
Yes.
about good stuff. Your three properties under contract, man. This is crazy. You've been with us like for around 2 months, right? Since we went live.
I think so. Yeah, I'd have
Yeah,
to. Yeah, I hope because we have, what do we have initially? 4 month contract, right?
right.
Yeah, I think we're definitely 2 months, probably 2 months in. Yeah.
That's great. Great. All right, my friends. So Anna Campbell, Cynthia Giddings, and Suraji, after so much work that you did on that one lead. So, congratulations, first of all, of course, Ben. I'm really happy that you're accomplishing so much with our leads. Um, of course, this was what you were expecting, right, from us and scaling your business a bit more. You're doing great, man. So I'm happy for you. I would like to know a little bit more context about those deals. So tell me about them.
Okay, so Anna is actually getting listed. So that that was that was interesting. She reached out to me almost a year ago through the marketing I was doing or the leads I was buying, and they want
Mhm.
way too much for the house, right? So I made him an offer, and I said, this is, if you list it for 700,000, like it's just, unfortunately it's not worth that, but you can try it. And they did, and it didn't sell. And then they got frustrated, and then she responded through the Facebook marketing I'm doing with you guys, right? So I don't think she knows I'm the same person, but I knew right away who it was because I have all the notes from before. So I was like, what's going on? She's like, yeah, we can't sell the house and blah blah blah. We're pulling it from the market. And because I had all the notes, I pretty much knew where I was at. I kind of told him, hey, this is what it needs. It needs some work. For you to get what you want, you're gonna have to put like 30,000-40,000 into it. Whatever. I was like, but hey, listen, I have this great agent that I work with. He's super creative, and if anybody can get this house sold, he can. So first she's like, I'm working, I think I have someone. I'm like, listen, let me, I'll have him give you a call. Is that okay? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. Then Matt called her, so he's going to be listing it. So I'm going to get 25% of the commission. So I'll get 1,500 bucks, maybe better than nothing if he can sell it.
Definitely. Did she drop the price, the original pricing that she was putting on the market?
So he's they want to list it at 650. It's still too high, so I'm actually going to get on a call with Matt tomorrow and kind of share all my notes. I think if they're going to sell for around 550, they're going to sell for around 550 in its current condition.
All right.
Yeah, so it's going to get a little tricky, but hopefully he can, get him to understand that and have him, be willing to drop the price a little bit to move. I think at this point, after the first realtor couldn't sell it, maybe they're a little bit more flexible.
All right, I got it. Perfect.
So
And
I put it under contract because I didn't know where else to put it, because I didn't want to put it under realtor listing, or maybe I should.
mhm.
That what I was putting in realtor listing is when I get a property that's already on the market.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you're
Right.
doing fine.
So
Yep,
under contract, to
absolutely.
me, any kind of contract that I can potentially make money. So that's why I put it in there.
Yeah, you got it right. You got it right. That's definitely something. Money is coming in.
Yep, for sure.
So yeah, definitely that's the
Yeah.
right place.
Whether it's
And
500, 500 bucks or 50,000, it's all just, it's got to make money, whatever it is.
yeah, I love it. I mean, something that I definitely highlight from you, Ben, is that mindset of, I don't care if it's just a few, a couple grand, but cash flow, it's important, it keeps the business healthy.
Got to convert.
So definitely it's a matter of mindset, and
Yeah.
I love it. All right, good. Now tell me about Cynthia Giddens.
Okay, so that one is that's the one that I have under contract with a cash buyer. So I'm wholesaling it. So my
Okay, cool.
11,000, I'll get on that one.
That's
So yeah,
pretty,
that's,
pretty.
and shoot, that's fantastic. And I didn't put that much work into it. I met her at the property a couple times. Had an open house got a bunch of people through. Easy peasy.
Cool. Well, what was or what is the property condition?
It definitely needs work. Yeah, actually the guy that's buying it is going to do a full rehab, which is what I would recommend. That someone could go in, kind of clean it up, try to get it rent ready, but the best way is to go in and do a rehab and actually have a good flip or rental. I'm not sure what his exit strategy is, but he could do either or. If he does a good rehab on it, he can flip it or keep it as a rental.
Okay, cool. And what was her motivation?
She's older lady. She didn't inherit the house. She's had the house for years. I think she had family living there. She doesn't live there.
Oh,
And
I see.
yeah, so she's just like, I want to get rid of it. Yeah, it was something like that. It's in the family for a while. Yeah. So I don't know if it's been empty. I think someone just moved out, like a family member, from what I remember.
Okay, okay, got it. And Surajit, the famous Surajit, we've been talking about this
Surajit,
guy
oh
like
my God.
for weeks.
Okay, so I
This is the guy with
get,
two properties, right?
yeah, I gotta get on the call. I gotta get on the phone with him again tonight. So I did the title search and it came back. The mortgage that he told me about, which is 500,000, and there was an additional 83,000 IRS tax lien from like 2018. So I told him today, he's like, no, that's all paid for. So I was, listen, I need documentation so I can send it to the title company because they need to confirm that, because if 83,000 is a big difference, right? So I'm waiting for that. I think it is taken care of. I think it's just a matter of clearing it up, hopefully. So yeah, but even if that's on there, I'm not going to be able to do both properties if that's still on there, but I can still make some off of his house because I have a buyer at like 600 to 625.
That sounds cool.
He's just not going to get any money if he owes 500 plus 83,000. 583. I was going to pay him 550, so I have to pay him more than I was going to. He's not going to get any money in his pocket. I can still make some on it, but it's not going to be as fun. So hopefully that thing is paid for the way he said.
All right, all right. Good, man. I'm glad to hear all this. So all of them, okay, so Cindy was a cash offer, right? You're wholesaling it.
Yep.
And what was the other? Anna?
There's another Cynthia, right? You see that one? There's two Cynthias.
Oh, we're talking about 4 properties under contract. This is crazy.
I need to get rid of one of the Cynthias because I get them mixed up.
All right. So that the other Cynthia, what happened with her?
Yeah, so the other Cynthia is a potential sub-2 deal. I gotta market it. I got in contact with the lender. They're okay getting it caught up, reinstating the loan. I mean, it's still, but getting the arrears paid up. There is, what was the number, about 14,000 owed to get the loan caught up. It's like a 4% interest rate, which is really good right now. What else? Yeah, so I think the balance is about 125. And I'll probably get her, she's not expecting much anymore. Like I was trying to get her 10,000, but the arrears keep going up because she's been not paying since almost a year. So I just had a conversation with her yesterday. She's going to be fine getting like a couple $1,000s. And I can still have to stay under, I think 130 was my number I need to stay under. So I could probably sell it as is for at least 150, 160, I think.
Well, that sounds great. As is.
As is, I think so. Yeah. I want to keep it. My plan is, I don't know, I'm in between. It just depends how it all unfolds. She wants to stay there until June when her kids are out of school. So
Hmm.
yeah, so but anyway, I think just like I'm used to buying properties. I'm used to, over the years I've been flipping houses and keeping some for rentals, but like since I'm doing some wholesale, I just have to market everything right away. And if I
Yeah,
get a good enough offer, why would I buy it? Why would I keep it? For now anyway. That's so I need to market it just to see if someone will pay me. If someone pays me 20, 30,000 for a wholesale deal, why the heck would I bother with it? There's many more,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. I'm
Especially right
totally.
now because I'm building everything up. So I need the
Mhm.
cash to come in. So yeah, so I need to market it. That's been on my agenda. See if I
Okay,
can
great. And
take it.
what about her motivation?
Her actually her okay, I'm not sure if it's her husband, her partner. I'm not sure, but they're both on the deed, both on the mortgage. He went to prison like half a
Mm.
year ago. Yeah, and he's in for a while. Again, I didn't get the full story, but I think like 8 or 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so she's done with that. She wants to move out and whatever and just get rid of the house. So yeah, that's her motivation.
Got it. Well, yeah, that's pretty distress.
Yeah.
Okay. This is perfect, man. For properties under contract, and you are all over the place, like flip and flick, wholesaling, sub to deal. Like you're. This is, this shows how important it is to have a broad portfolio of different solutions and creative solutions, right?
Have to. Yeah. Yeah, because it's
Cool.
I got all these deals and there's still a bunch of these I'm gonna convert, but there it's not it's not a one size fits all. It's not easy, right? like
Mhm.
like I look at all these deals and like, okay, like, this is good, this is good, this is good, but like there's so many pieces that you have to put together to actually get one under contract on a number that works. Yeah, you'd better have a bunch of strategies in this business.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah,
To
definitely.
just have wholesale, like without all the creative stuff, like I can still wholesale it. I can set it up as a sub too. I can still wholesale it, but you got to know all this stuff. Got to know all this stuff.
Totally right. Totally right. Great, Ben. I'm glad for you, man. All right, now let me ask you. Was there anything maybe that you learned from these deals that you could use in future deals?
Out of these four, yeah, I mean, just in general, yes, I 100% learn. I learn something from everything I do, but let me get more specific here. So Anna, the first one, could have I done something in the beginning? No, they're just so set on getting the high number.
Uh-huh.
Maybe follow up because I got, again, there's not that much there. I did check the house 2 or 3 times. It was still listed, which I usually do, right? If I have a lead, it's listed. I'm going to check every 30 days, see if it's still active, see if they're dropping the price.
Hmm.
I've had other deals in the past that I actually got back in because they wasn't selling. So I did check it. I never called him back because I felt like they were so set on their number. It's not worth my time. But maybe a lesson would be like, regardless, reach back out. You can at least try to get, what I did here. Because if she wouldn't have connected to one of my new Facebook ads, I would never know unless I call her back. So
Right.
uh, yeah, that one I would say follow up. Even if you don't think there's anything there, give them a call, see how it's going. Why not?
That's
Right.
an amazing piece of
Right.
advice, man.
Got nothing to lose. So yeah, I got lucky with that. Like I said, because she actually reached out to me again without knowing it.
That's pretty cool.
Cynthia Giddens, the wholesale deal. Um, I don't know. That one went pretty good.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there are some deals that are super straightforward. You don't have to like to maneuver so much
I
or
mean,
you know negotiate that much.
yeah, like she told me her number. I always try and get like 95% of the time they tell me their number. They have to tell me their number, right? So otherwise it's hard. I've found that out. When I
Sure.
started out, I would be more like, this is what I can pay you, and they don't want to hear that.
Hmm.
They have to tell me, and then I try to, get to their number. So she told me what she wanted. It was about what I would have offered anyway. She wanted 65, and I figured I could sell it for 75 to 80. Um, and that's exactly how it's working out. So yeah,
Great.
I have a bigger buyer's list. That was the lesson from the other property. Maybe if I'd have 5,000 on my buyer's list, I would have got another 10,000 for it. I don't know.
Yeah, most likely. Okay, okay, I get it. Generally speaking, Ben, how would you describe your sales process from the moment the lead comes in and until you actually put them under contract? How do you approach from the very beginning, and how do you continue following up?
Yeah. So I think just like 2 weeks ago, I got that understanding that they never get a phone call from the number in the CRM. I thought they did, which was my mistake. So now I'm trying to call them right away. Right. I think that's going to help a little bit. But some of the leads that come in they're just duds. Like I have about 6 right now. I got to skip trace. I think some are actually spammers, but I'm still going to skip trace them because just to see if there's anything there.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, but I think the first step right now, my process would be as soon as they come in. Obviously, I don't have to call them right away because they're getting the text message, which is great because if I'm in the middle of something, I don't have to like, oh my god, I got to get them right now. And I know the other people are calling them, so I love all that, right? But I gotta get the phone call started as soon as possible. So now I pretty much try to, within 2 or 3 hours, make sure that I start calling them. And
That's for sure. Well, actually, remember we recommend to do it like within the first 5 minutes,
right away,
as
yeah,
we want to catch them highly motivated whenever they are filling out the form, either in the Facebook within Facebook or in a landing page. At that very moment, their motivation is at their highest point, right? So we want to call them right away and catch them hot, right? So that is the importance that we highlight so much when we talk about speed to lead, speed to action, right? So yeah,
no,
still, of course, we
that's a good point. No, for sure, because I do think, I mean, I love how everything works in the CRM, but it does give you, if you're not careful, it makes, just like what I just said, it makes you a little bit more like, oh, well, I have some time. Where when I used to buy the leads, it was like instant, because there's no text messages, there's no follow up. If I don't get them before someone else, when you buy leads, you're not the only person buying that lead, so there's probably 2 or 3 people calling them. So it was like
exactly.
right away. But you know what? It's the same thing here because I think often they fill out 1 or 2 different Facebook ads, right? So I'm definitely gathering that. I feel like these are more exclusive than the ones that I was buying, the individual leads. It feels like they're a little bit more exclusive, but yeah, a lot of them are going to fill out a couple. So
That is for sure.
for that reminder. I do need to step that up then and just really get on it right away.
That's amazing. Yeah, for sure. The more motivated a seller is, the more forms they will fill out,
Yeah, true.
right? So they can fill out 10, 15, as many as they find,
Yeah,
right? So, the person, the investor that gets a hold of them first is the one with the highest chance to, end up converting into something, right? So yeah, definitely that's key in our process. You're doing great. But yeah, of course, there's always room to improve certain details in our processes for sure.
so yeah,
All
so
right.
So that, and then it's just, if I get in touch with them, I also got to get a little bit better with getting back to them within 24 hours. Sometimes I talk to someone, I'm like, man, I don't know what the heck I don't know what I don't know what I can give this guy, right? I don't know what I can offer him. And then I'm not very motivated to get back to him because I don't really feel like I have a solution. And then it'll sit for a day or two and I'm like, damn it, I got to call him back. And then you kind of lose it. So I really, I got to just make a point regardless. I'm going to, after I talk to them, get their information, I'm going to get back to them again within 24 hours and give them some kind of offer. It's definitely a little bit of a, yeah, a
For
little bit of
sure.
a spot where sometimes I'm just not motivated to do that because I feel like I have nothing to offer them that they're going to take. But you never know, so you gotta follow through. Yeah. So I
Absolutely.
step it up there. And the thing I told you last week with approaching as a hey, let me wholesale your property for you. I think that I haven't had a chance to actually I no, I haven't had a chance to use it yet. But the ones that going forward, when I feel like, there's just it's not a deal that I can work with, I'm gonna just get back to him with that. So I'm more motivated to give him some kind of solution. So again, it's
That's
just something else that I can give them that's a solution to their problem. So hopefully that helps to get through some of these and motivate me to get back to him as soon as possible.
that sounds like a plan. Excellent, man. All right. So, well, we have out of these four properties under contract, we have a little bit of everything, right? So, um, can you walk me through, or well, not walk me through, but tell me how long did it take from the moment the lead came in until putting it under contract? How long did you take? I know that Surajit, for example, was a long nurturing process, right? We have talked about this guy like forever.
It's interesting with him though, because I felt like a week after I talked to him that I'm going to get him under contract because we were
Mhm.
we were talking. We met for lunch a couple times. He wants to be my friend. All this stuff. So I was like, it's something's going to work. But yeah, it took a long time until I actually got a paper signed. Some of that is because it's a very creative deal too. Like, how do you structure it? And I ended up going with like a letter of intent that I have a couple options. But it's not a straightforward deal. Not, even now he wants to live in it for another 6 months. So I have to wait to close on it. Yeah, it's a complicated deal. But that
Cool.
that always adds time to it, right? So like Cynthia Giddens, okay, the one that went well, that one, I'd say 2 weeks from when the lead came in, probably.
Great. Yeah.
And I talked to her, I think within the first couple of days we connected, and then I got back to her, and then I did have to go to the property to get her to sign. I sent her an offer. Um, I think I sent her an offer before I went, but she wanted me to see the house and she wanted to meet up with me. So yeah, it took I think close to 2 weeks before I had it signed.
Cool.
And then
And
I went
Anna,
a week. I marketed it for about a week, 3 or 4 days, and then I said, at a certain time set, and I got I think six buyers through, 5 or 6 cash buyers through.
mhm,
And then within a day and a half, I had it under contract after that. So I would say from when the lead came in to under contract to the wholesaler, less than 3 weeks.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I love something that you mentioned consistently, and it's the fact that you don't stay with entirely virtual deals. You used to go to the houses and take a view of them. Like you only do hybrid deals, like virtually you get a hold of them and all that, but you actually take the chance to go see the property, let them see your face, let them hear your voice in person, which is actually for me it's very important to
Yeah.
show them. let them feel that you're also a human being, right? That is extremely important.
Yeah, it helps. Yeah, I wish sometimes I would, like, if I'm wholesaling the property, I don't care. I wish I wouldn't have to
Right.
do it, but it is important. I mean, I know a lot of people do it all virtually. I'm sure I'm going to do some virtually as well. Actually, Cynthia Johnson, I haven't met her. I haven't even seen the place yet.
Oh, okay, okay,
Some
cool.
too,
So
but
that one did.
she was highly motivated, right? She's behind in payments. The bank's going to foreclose. Like, she don't care. Oh, you can get me a couple of $1,000s. Yeah, sure. So yeah, if there's, I guess that answers the question. If they're super motivated, you you can almost, you don't have to see, if you don't want to see the property, meet them, you don't have to. They're going to sign it. But most of them are motivated, but not to that extent. So it's definitely better to meet them.
Got it. All
Yeah,
right.
actually,
Yeah.
Gary, on another note there, Gary Lowe, I sent him an offer. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it. He had another offer in. Mine was a little bit better, but it's about 2.5 hours away, and I, I just couldn't carve out the time to get it. And it's a little bit of a questionable deal. Like, I'm not sure I can wholesale it. I think I can. But I got this close to getting him to sign it anyway.
Oh
Without,
man.
we talked on the phone, right? We had lots of conversations. But if I would have met him face to face, I'm pretty sure I would have got the deal. I'm not sure I can wholesale it. It's like a commercial slash residential deal. So what
Mhm.
I was hoping to do is just get it under contract and market it for a few days and see what feedback I get. And if I don't get anything, then go and inspect it and say, well, you know what, I can't buy it after all because of the condition. But so anyway, that's one that I was trying.
All right, but still, I mean, he still has your offer in his
Yeah,
inbox.
he hasn't responded, so I think he took the other one, but we'll see. I tried to call him again today.
Let's do a follow up. Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing to lose. Nothing to
Yeah,
lose.
and then
Maybe he gets surprised.
Karen, the lady below him, I've same with her. I've been on the phone with her forever. Have not seen her. Sent her an offer, and I think she's going to sign it now.
All
I
right, that
have
sounds terrific.
to talk to the HOA about rental. She gave me the number today, so if they don't let me rent it, which I can't believe that they don't. She kind of thought that nobody can rent there. I'm like, well, no, like, I understand short-term rental, maybe not okay, but like, it's very rare that you can't rent at all,
I see.
right? So that's the only thing. I'll find out tomorrow. She gave me the number. But if I can't rent it out, man, I'm still gonna get under contract. I'm gonna try to wholesale it. I'm still gonna
Cool.
try.
Cool.
Yeah, but it kind of sucks if they can't rent it out. So we'll see.
Okay, okay, I see. Well, something that I really see as a very positive thing is that every time that I go to your CRM, something is under negotiation. So you're pulling the trigger, right? No matter what the result is in the end, but you're pulling the trigger. You're shooting offers and stuff, and
Yep.
that's extremely
Yep.
important to keep the cash flow. All right. So, well, I know that, there is this deal that is not going to give you much, like 1,500, maybe 2,000, I don't know, which is Anna. Another deal that will give you like 11,000 or something like that. So, how much is the ROI that you calculate from these four deals?
Um, what's well, it's hard to say because I only have one under contract to sell, which is the 11,000.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, Surrogate, if again, there's a lot of ifs there, but if that goes right, I should net me 30, 40,000 half a year from now, but it's not, it's not going to be right now. But I mean, so it's hard to say. Cynthia Johnson, yeah, I don't know what that's going to get me, honestly. I should be able to get
I
10
get it.
out of it. It's a good deal. So it's an area that I'm not, it's way out of my area. So like Maryland, like 3 hours away.
Oh, wow. Okay, I see. So just, making random calculations,
Yeah, so
I don't
I
think
would
that
say
you're gonna get less than
I
30,000.
those four minimum, I'm gonna get, I gotta get 25,000 out of those four minimum.
All right.
I think more, but I'm gonna be very disappointed if I can't turn at least a couple of them into a nice,
Yeah, for sure.
more than that.
You will.
Let's say
You will.
25,000.
That sounds great. Perfect, perfect. All right.
So
Now
you
after
were
all
saying,
this,
sorry, you were saying ROI. So like with the total cost so far, is that what
yes,
you're thinking?
correct. Yeah, like the total profit.
Well, yeah. So like where I am with total costs, honestly, probably 12,000 or so,
Okay, that sounds great.
like that I've spent, right?
Yes.
Because it was eight. Was it eight to, what was it to start? Eight, and then the Facebook ads, right?
I'm sorry, say it again.
What was it? What was the amount that for 4 months? It was 8,000
Eight, no, 8,000.
plus the Facebook ads, right?
Right, but it's not 8,000. It's around 13,000 total
At this
for the
moment.
correct.
Okay, right. So I had guessed 12. So yeah, so 13. So if I can get 25, essentially I'm doubling my money, but I got to get, that would be if they're closing like now. Yeah, so no, listen, lead leads cost money no matter where you get them, right? I was buying leads from $100 a lead to up to 400, right? So I could look at that and say, okay, that wasn't bad, compared to this, but I have zero control over it. I had like, I didn't have the CRM with it. I didn't know how many other people they're selling it to. So even if I end up in that range, like this is better, I believe. I feel that way now. I'll have a better idea, in 2 months from now. But I got to close these. I got to make money off of them, and even having like a Sirajit where I'm going to make money 6 months from now. That's great, but it doesn't bring the cash in right now. I need more Cynthias.
Yeah,
I
I
need
know.
Cynthias that bring money in a couple weeks because I got to keep it going.
Yeah, for sure.
But I no, I listen. I'm pleased. Like there's a lot of leads here. There's work that I have to do. There's stuff to convert, and that's all you can ask for, really.
That's true.
But it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to gauge it in a couple months because it takes time to work these. And I'm not the only one that would say that, right? Or am I doing something that other people like? Are other people doing it faster? Like it takes time to convert these, right?
Always. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain occasions that a lead will go through in 24 hours. Actually, one of my clients recently, he closed a deal in their first contact with the seller. That was crazy. You can see
Wow.
that in our Facebook group. There is a video there of that deal. Um, so yeah, those are deals that you can find like one in a million, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he was lucky that as soon as he had the seller on the phone, he started shooting numbers until he got to a common ground, right? And they closed it. They put the property under contract right away, like within 24 hours.
That's interesting. I had that happen once.
Cool.
A deal last shit. I think last fall.
Okay.
And this lady, I was buying the leads, and I got her to respond, amazingly, because you get a lot that never respond. But I got her to respond, and it was on a Saturday afternoon, and she's like, I want to sell my house. She gave me the address. I looked it up, and I was like, well, how much you looking to get for it? And she's like 25,000. And I'm looking at I know the area very well. Shit, man, this house is worth like 70. So I was like, I didn't want to be, I didn't sound surprised. I wasn't like, what'd you say, 25? Like, of course, just like, okay. But I made her repeat it a couple times later because I wanted to make sure I didn't misunderstand. And I
Was
was
not
like,
dreaming.
listen, I was like, her name was Debbie. I'm like, listen, Debbie, I'm really looking to get a house under contract like this week because we need some. This sounds good. I know the area. I'm pretty sure we can, we're okay with your number, whatever I said. I was like, I'll send you a contract right now for 25,000 on
Yes.
DocuSign. And I thought she
Wow.
was gonna sign it. And then she's like, ah man, I need to talk to my attorney, blah, blah, blah. Right. So I was like,
That's
okay, fine. So but I stayed in contact. And then I did just get under contract last week finally for 50, but that's if the tenants, there's family members living in there that haven't been paying rent, they don't want to leave. So the contract is if we can get them out, I'll pay her 50. If not, I'll pay her 40. So I can wholesale it for 70 all day long. So it's a great deal. It's a
for
great
sure.
deal. But it was like, no way. Here you go, right? So sometimes the point is sometimes it can happen, right? If you get the person that that's the only time I ever sent an offer on like my first conversation.
Mm, as an experienced real estate investor, what piece of advice would you give to, to real estate investors that are just starting out?
Starting out in this,
Yes.
like to off market leads.
Mhm.
Um, don't run.
Oh, come on, man.
No, I'm
Can do.
joking. I love it because for years, I was buying stuff just through real estate agents, right? For years, like flips, rentals, and like a year ago, I started. Okay, a year and a half ago, I want to talk to the seller. Like, why am I depending on other people? Right? There's so much, and it takes all their creativity out of it because I'm dealing with agents that all they want to do is get their commission. So no, I would encourage anybody to do it, but it's a lot of work and you got to be prepared for it. That's one thing I probably didn't quite comprehend. I love it, and it's has tremendous potential because I can do it anywhere, right? Like, no, I 100% love it. So what my advice would be is, man, just, yeah, prepare yourself for that. Like, it's going to take some time. You have to work on your own skills. You're going to have a lot of leads that you can't always do something with. Yeah, it's not easy, but it's worth it. uh, that's, I don't know if that's really advice, but that's kind of what I would say. I would encourage anybody to do it, but prepare yourself, right? It's
That
not
is
not easy. But what is easy that we, if you can earn money, if you can build something, it's never going to be easy,
that is for sure.
right?
Good things require effort.
Exactly. So just again, yeah, that would honestly, that would be my advice is don't think it's going to be easy. Prepare yourself, but then damn right, do it. It's great.
It is. It is indeed. I appreciate that, Ben. Thank you very much.
Just the it's just good to to have these conversations and just feel like you got someone to I don't know, kind of has your back. Like, there's not a lot you can do. You can get me information, it's still, everything's up to me, but it's helpful because usually you just have a system and nobody to like go to and bounce ideas off of. And just like I mentioned, hey, it'd be nice to get more in Philly, and it's like, I don't know if it's possible, but you're going to look into it. So whether it turns up more leads or not, the point is just there's somebody always available, there that you can go to, and that's huge. Yeah, that's a big deal. So
Thanks. a
I appreciate that.
Oh, that's great. That's good to hear, Ben. It's my pleasure to be here for you. I learn a lot from you every time we get on a conversation, so it's a win-win. To be honest, I'm getting and absorbing as much knowledge I can get from you. And of course, you get as well my help on whatever I can help, right? So
That- That's the
it's
way
great.
everything should work, right? Everything we do, we should learn from each other. Yeah, no matter what.
Absolutely. That
100%.
is totally true.
Can
But
you
definitely to be
can you do me a favor? I was trying to find the um one of the first emails I got. There was a video in how to, because I need to make videos for marketing. There was a
Mhm.
video in there that I watched that explained exactly how to do it. I think there was even scripts with it. Where do I find that?
I can send it to you. Or
Okay.
you can actually help find it in the help center. But no worries, I can send the link directly.
If you
So
can, that'd be great. That'll save me some time from going back over emails and trying to find it. Because I really want to do that because I think that would help with the ads too. The ads don't, do the ads cost more if it's a video?
no, not really. It's
Right.
gonna
So,
be
so I'm already running the ads. So like if I can put a good video together that, I don't scare people away. But if I can make something that works, it's like, why not? Why not, for sure. So I really want to put some time into that and, play around with it. So that would be very helpful. It's on
absolutely.
my list of what I need to get to.
I will send it your way in just a few, so that you have that material handy and get prepared. I mean, the sooner you can send us that video, the better, in the sense that video marketing is doing really, really well on Hesel Media. So of course the results are going to be even better.
Yeah.
People, it will build that credibility towards your
Yeah.
business, which is of course great. People will be able to put a face to your business name. So it's not only innovative investings, but it's someone that looks like a human being or
Yeah.
all that, right? So definitely, that's great. I'll send it to you in a few minutes, and I'll be looking forward to it.
So one other thing I thought of, so I've been um, trying to follow the comments on Facebook, and there's not many, but sometimes people comment on the ads.
Yeah.
Do they stay that, like, how does Facebook's algorithm work? If I get a bunch of people commenting, will that ad show up more than if we don't?
Yeah. Let's say that the more people interact with your ads, the let's say the stronger the campaign will get. So it will kind of retarget people that interact previously with the ad.
Okay. Okay. So that ad, does that ad stay up longer, or it just, the whole campaign, it makes the campaign look better to Facebook's algorithm? So it's every
Correct.
ad after that. The more I can get people to have conversations, it helps the whole campaign, or just that ad?
Absolutely. It triggers more activity towards the ad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's fun, because half of them are negative and half of them are fun, so, or sincere. Yeah.
Are
So
you negative ones?
yeah, no, I'll have a conversation with them, and usually I get them to the point where they're like, okay, yeah, this, because they're just surprised. Usually people are so used to on the internet like making negative comments and no one calls them out,
Mm,
right? No one responds. So
true.
yeah, it's kind of fun actually. But I
All
didn't I
right.
didn't want to, if it's a waste of time, I would just rather delete it. But like if it helps, which I thought it does, then I'll take the time to respond, and try to have conversations with people for sure.
Yeah, that helps. That helps definitely. The more interaction there is with the ads, the more powerful they become.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. All right, Ben. I truly
Yeah.
appreciate your time. I'm super happy, for your success. Of course, looking forward to have even more properties under contract. I know that you are negotiating a couple down there, so let's go for it.
Yeah. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll have some cash in the account.
That sounds like a plan. Definitely.
All right. Thanks, Danny.
And thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing all your thoughts. And please do not forget the reviews.
Yeah, you got it. All right.
Yeah, appreciate it. Have a
All right.
great rest of your day.
See you.